By pressing play, you've been transported to escape velocity, where the random and ridiculous thoughts expressed here do not reflect the views of the store or the employees. There will be no apologies for the things said today by your hosts and their guests. With that being said, enjoy the experience. What it is, y'all?
What's up?
It's another Friday, so you know what that means.
What that mean?
It means it's another episode of Yo, where the captions at? Where they at? Where they at?
Oh my God!
I don't know.
Wasn't gonna do that.
Do you? Where they at? 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 Yes, y'all. We're back again, and I'm glad everybody has tuned in for the first time, last time, or for any other time.
I can't wait for that day that you're not here, so I don't have to hear this. You know what the caption is.
Hey, guess what? When I'm not here, you're not here either, because the show will not go on without me. Those are facts. And guess what, guys?
So me and Daniel running the show.
That's gonna be called something else.
Oh, it's gonna be
It'll
called
be Black and Brown Pound Town. And as always, I'm yours truly, Kills for Show, aka Crazy K, and the K stands for the cunning, aka Slay 'em like Salem.
And it's your boy Roscoe, aka the one blind man that has physical seeing powers that can see anything, but not life.
Word. Okay, and also with us, manning the computer, the laptop, our engineer, our Billy. If I haven't already used that reference for Power Ranger, or our gadget, if we're talking about Rescue Rangers.
Our Donatello.
I've used that one before, definitely.
Oh,
that's the first Goku. Not Goku, but Go-To.
Our Krillin?
Don't.
Krillin?
No, come on.
Krillin was the strongest Earth human, though.
Of humans.
Exactly.
Hey, you better be the strongest of
what's wrong
You want to be the
That's
strongest
like
of
being
the
the fastest snail, and I know
Hey,
they made a stupid-ass movie
Turbo,
about it.
Ryan
I
Reynolds.
don't give a shit about Turbo.
Oh, shit. Escargot tastes good.
Guys, not only did he have a movie, he had a short and a few episodes of a TV series.
Yeah, on Netflix.
So,
you have a Netflix
On the
original
radar,
series.
okay?
Word.
You wanna be
Radar
our daddy?
snail.
I'll be your daddy.
no, Data.
Data.
Don't make me get
See?
this argument again.
Dota.
I yelled at a woman in a bar last week about data versus data.
Oh,
you were
baby.
there.
It's Data.
Yeah, it's data.
It's Data.
It's what are you fucking
And your name is what? Daniel. Hey, guys.
Hi, everyone. I'm in hell.
Ooh, and it is hot in here, too. And only hell will serve paps at room temperature. So I guess that's what's going on right now, baby. And it's fitting you talk about hell, because we're going to get into something later on when we're geeking out. And to talk about that is a very good friend of mine, one Miss Andy Panda Girl.
Yes.
Andrea, how you say your last name?
Barrera.
Rojas.
What's up?
Oh, shit, your last name's Rojas?
Yeah.
My last name's Rojas. What the fuck?
No relation. But
we don't know that. We don't know
I
that.
know, but I'm saying, like, Daniel, you're my favorite brownie here. And brownie, that's not racial. That just means you're thick, gooey, and you fit well into an oven. So, yeah.
Wow.
Damn, you gonna eat them handsome, girl?
Oh, yeah, you know.
You throw my Jewish heritage right in there.
No, I had nothing to do with the minutia of that situation, baby.
This could be my long lost cousin. We don't even know this shit.
I know, there's a lot of y'all.
There's a lot.
There is. Like, there's like whole soccer teams in Mexico and shit, man.
We were grown here, not imported.
That's right.
That's true. Yeah, you got platinum seeds somewhere.
Not like it.
Bellies. I know. Somebody had to be the gardeners before the gardeners got here, baby. We picked everything from cotton to the women to the. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. You already knew what you signed up for. If you didn't, yo, I can't say anything but keep listening. It's only gonna get worse. But so, yes, all right. Woo! So, how was everybody's weekends? Anybody want to start?
Well, my birthday in 2 weeks.
That has nothing to do with the weekend that passed.
Hey, baby.
All right, fine. Go ahead, continue. What else do you have to say about a week that has not happened yet?
I'm
I'm going to take that as nada. What about you, Andy?
You know, it was a good.
Birds of Prey come out.
Harley Quinn. Yeah.
Yes, maybe you could watch that movie and figure out how to talk to a woman. You said you're about to speak and then let her finish. That's very rude. Because if the Joker didn't do that to Harley Quinn, maybe she wouldn't have to be emancipated from him.
There's a reason why she throws. You know what? What does she throw? A knife.
Knives.
Knives. At
Whatever
his
she
picture?
can.
Grenades.
Exactly.
Yes.
Hyena teeth.
Monkey shit.
I don't think she's ever thrown monkey shit, guys.
Oh shit! You ain't watched the cartoon.
You don't.
Actually, I think she might have actually do some
probably
shit in the
has
last
thrown
episode.
Some shit at somebody.
What about you, Daniel? How was your weekend?
That was pretty good. Shit, I don't know what I did this weekend. It was a good weekend.
Word. Okay. That just let me know.
Oh, that's right. I covered your shift.
Yes, thank you for that. Because one of our best friends, David, his little son Liam, had his first birthday, so me and Ross went over there, hung out for a bit.
And then I yelled at that woman at the bar about data versus data.
All right, so I guess that was everybody's weekend. So now let's talk about what's popping.
What did it be popping?
Word. So we're gonna start off this with some turnbuckle talk. Over the weekend, there was the Royal Rumble. If you're not familiar with WWE and this pay-per-view, it starts the road to WrestleMania. There's 30 men in the ring. You're eliminated by getting tossed over the top rope with both feet hitting the ground. And whoever wins gets to choose which champion from NXT, Raw, or SmackDown to fight in the main event.
Oh, that is true because it is NXT technically.
And it was one of the better Royal Rumbles of the last couple of years. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Minus the lags, because mad motherfuckers was trying to watch it all at once.
That's the only issue about WWE. And they actually changed new servers and whatnot, so they supposed to have that fixed, and yet still fucked it up. But I will say, this year's Men Royal Rumble, as well as the Women's Rumble, quite intriguing. I see these records not being broken anytime soon.
Exactly. Are you familiar with the Royal Rumble, Andy?
I do not watch WWE at all. I actually felt ostracized in middle school for not watching it because as soon as I boarded that school bus, everybody started talking about it, and I just sat there like, oh.
Well, were you more familiar with the luchador style of wrestling?
You know, I did watch
if I'll
Lucha
make that
Libre.
assumption.
Yes,
you was
watching
a Lucha
up.
Libre?
Yeah,
Triple
or
A?
growing up. Yep, I did.
Okay, that's what's
You
up.
was watching AAA? I just got into AAA.
Yeah, that's what's up. But yeah, no, well, that's one of the things about wrestling. You take it, and you go to different countries, and they have their different twists and their different styles and tweaks to the American format. Because in Japan they have the strong style, and then like south of the border we have the luchadors, and that's a whole thing, the whole subculture and Hispanic culture too, and they view it more as like a superhero aspect and more spiritual because. Taking that mask off. If you watch wrestling, you know how it was when Rey Mysterio got demasked for the first time. That shit
Huge,
blew your
yeah.
mind as a kid because like seeing Spider-Man and like Civil War the comic book when he took the mask off, everybody like Peter Parker.
I'm gonna be honest though, as a kid when Ray got his mask taken off and he wore it for like those 6-8 months without his mask, with no mask. He was way more gangster without the mask.
Because he had nothing to lose. He already lost his spirit animal.
And he was already part of LAX, too.
And he was a little street thug, too.
Boy, he was so thugging it.
But for his Royal Rumble, the winners for the male's Rumble was the boy Drew McIntyre, who I really felt should have been the king of the ring. Because they could have pulled a whole Game of Thrones type angle.
I told you, though, sir. They were saving it for something.
Well, you can also save it, but like... Fuck, you're like giving Goku Super Saiyan, cool, but you still gonna get Super Saiyan God. Hey. But it's still nice to see him get that one level first. So just building on his legacy, his legend. If you would have came in King of the Ring, won the Royal Rumble, then went on King of the Rumble, then the King of the Thing.
I wasn't thinking like that, but I
know you
I
weren't.
See it. I see
That's
it.
what I'm talking about. But like giving the whole thing.
I'm gonna be honest. I like Baron Corbin winning King of the Ring. His new gimmick really works for him.
Yeah, King I'm not Corbin. Bad at it. And
to be honest, the King Corbin shit really works way more better than seeing Drew coming out here with a robe and
nigga, Drew would came out on like they would have had like little skulls. He would have rocked down skulls and shit.
Had the scepter though, and I don't think him and the scepter would work.
No, he might have somebody hold it for him. Like I'm King Drew in this bitch.
No, Drew needs to run solo for a time being,
and solo king,
and then just make a faction behind him.
Word, and then on the women's side, we had the genetic goddess herself, Charlotte Flair, take home the title of Women's Royal Rumble champion this year. And it's not her first time, is it?
No, it's her first time winning it, but it's not her first time about the main WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah, because she's damn near...
Last year.
Yeah, she main event almost all of them, because you can't not have Charlotte Flair in the main event.
But we must say the standout performances of the Rumble.
For the women's, it would be...
Bianca Belair.
Yes. I can't wait for her to get on the main roster.
Number 2. Oh, she going to Raw because...
Yeah, her husband, yeah.
But came in at number 2, took out 10? 13? Was it 13?
No, it was Brock that got 13. I think she was at 10.
Yeah, 10, either or. But she took out the most females consecutive as well.
Yep.
And the longest running female in the Rumble.
For reals. And who would be that second one for the men's Royal Rumble?
The second standout has to go to Brock Lesnar.
Of course, the Beast.
He went in at number 1, took out 13 people behind him by himself.
Exactly. Not even just the little ones.
Before he got taken out.
Exactly. He was taking out some of the biggest and the baddest.
At one point, took out the 2 strongest people that should have been able to take him out together. Took both of them out back to back. The great Limitless Keith Lee, who is going to be a future champion.
Oh, bask in his glory.
And good old...
Oh, bask in his glory.
I'm so glad I put you on him.
Yeah, I was going to find him, but yeah, Keith Lee out here cooking. And the boy, Big Braun, catch these hands, Strowman.
They should have took him out, but I'm so glad Brock took both of them out.
Yes. Exactly. Like, well, I'll take I take that back. I don't say yes. I wish they would have took out Brock.
I would wish they would have, but the thing is, the fact that Brock took him out still showed that, like, yeah, I may be coming down my prime, but I still got it.
Exactly. And then, like, some of the feats he pulled out on there, like we talked about earlier with him, because Rey Mysterio, Big E, and Kofi Kingston pulled a move straight out of the Hardy Boys playbook, as Michael Cole would say, vintage Hardy Boys. They did a step over maneuver, but then Brock countered that with his own step over maneuver, and it was just fucking hilarious and dope at the same time. So yeah, so that's gonna
what would I say? What would you say is your favorite standout moments from both of the matches?
Like the men's. Okay, all right. It might have been when Edge came in and started spearing everybody, especially that moment when he leapfrogged over Roman Reigns, bounced off the rope and hit Roman Reigns with the real spear. That was my favorite from the men's.
I'm gonna go with that one as well.
And for my women's, you already know my favorite moment from that women's match was when the Mandy Snacks herself got eliminated, but Big Belly Otis was right at the bottom, waiting for the fall on top to keep them beautiful angelic feet from hitting the ground, baby.
What did you do when you saw her fall over and then they didn't say nothing?
I clutched my pearls. I was like, ah!
They didn't say nothing. Then they panned over and you seen Otis.
I was like, that's when I texted you like, nigga, Otis. I was like, yes. I was like, Otis got all the pop and all the sizzle. Do you think?
Outside of that, I'm gonna go with Naomi's whole 15 minutes of trying to get back in the ring.
And was smart too to waste the clock. So do you think they about to set up Otis coming between Fire and Desire? Because I don't think they're gonna set it up them coming between, but it's gonna be something that's gonna do some type of dysfunction to one of the tag teams. Either Heavy Machinery or Fire and Desire. Speaking of which, where the fuck your bitch is Iconic at? Girl, I ain't seen them in a minute.
You know what I'm gonna go with?
I thought it was gonna pop up in the Rumble.
Maybe Peyton was on the Rock and Roll Cruiser with her husband.
I don't know who her husband is.
The great man, that Perfect 10.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Todd Dillinger?
Todd Dillinger or Sean Spears in AEW.
Word. Okay, cool. Well,
either that or, I don't know. They ain't been up, and I'm be honest. Thank you for reminding me because I ain't been doing my stalker shit.
Word. So like we were speaking about Star Trek earlier, Picard episode 1 came out this past Thursday. So about the time you're hearing this, episode 2 should be out. Are you familiar with Star Trek?
All I know is this. The hand sign. That's it.
Live long and prosper from the boy Spock.
That's what's up.
Because if you can't shock her, Spock her. Because everything need to be a logical move, yo. Yeah, baby. Ooh. But Picard is my favorite captain on paper. But Captain Sisko, or I like to call him Space Obama, is always number 1 in my heart. Star Trek Next Generation was the first Star Trek that I watched as a kid. It is my favorite Star Trek. It's what made me fall in love with the whole franchise, and that's why I adore it more than Star Wars. Because when I was of age to actually know about all the concepts and the thing they was doing in Star Trek, trying to watch Star Wars felt so dated because the technology just didn't look the same. Whereas I could watch Picard and the crew every week. Every week, new episodes, new planets, new aliens, trekking the stars.
They never went to 1 star.
They
True.
Sure
Not a single episode.
Unless they got too close to the star, then the magnetic range and the solar flares will fuck up the Starship Enterprise while Picard's in there trying to be a Chicago gangster. And guess what? All the gangsters are real now. So guess what? Holodeck shenanigans, which are always a good shenanigan.
Every time there was shenanigans was good because the episode when everybody got mad at each other.
Oh yeah,
all their emotions are all fucked up.
You mad because you always gonna be number 2.
And they're like, excuse the fuck out of me?
I think that was the episode that made me a fan. I'm just like, oh, so this is Star
Hey, Jordy,
Trek.
how does it feel to know your black ass still can't see in the future? I'm like, yo.
And he's like, pick up a book, bitch.
Butterfly in the sky, motherfucker. But due to the fact that Picard was debuting last week, Patrick Stewart came on to The View, and Whoopi Goldberg, if you don't know that, is the main. She's the number one host of The View. They are hosts, but she has seniority.
Everybody comes
She's
from
Whoopi.
Everybody comes from Whoopi.
Exactly. And Picard brought up the proposal. He I talked to the creator, I talked to the showrunner, I talked to all the actors, and basically said we would love you to come back in season 2 of Picard and reprise your role as Guinan. Is it Guinan?
I want to say it's Guinan.
Guinan, yes. She was the bartender on the Starship Enterprise. Also, their sage. Well, the big old hat, yes. The Easter Sunday hat.
It was always great, but she always
looking
had
like a big bowl of great drink. But hold on, they had her dressed in purple, and she was black.
And she was black.
And she was a sage, who made her a great
And
flavored
she
magical
always-
Negro.
And she always gave out advice in the episode.
Exactly.
She was like
She was
the
the
Love
magical
Boat's
Negro.
bartender. Because,
Yes.
she's always like, hey.
Hey. Or
She
like,
never
what
did-
was his name? Oh, you talking
No,
about
she
from the
did
love
get off
ship?
the shit one time.
One time.
Oh, wait, were you talking about old buddy from the love ship?
The
Love boat?
The Love Boat.
Oh
You
shit!
remember?
Was it Lincoln?
It was they're like a Jefferson or Lincoln or
Hey.
boy.
Yes. Boy, how cold is my drink? I need a thermometer
And they're like,
because I need my Shirley Temple.
and I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but I'm gonna say he came on and he's like, yes, I'm gonna get you what you need.
Hey man, I ain't mad at it.
It was the
It was the
Love Boat.
80s. No, I take it back. It was the 70s, baby.
70s.
They didn't give a fuck.
They did.
Shit was spicy.
What's even more hilarious was they had the black dude as the fucking title picture, and he wasn't even the main character.
And just like when they did that episode of Futurama, when they was
With the robot.
with the robot, he was playing the same character. So season 1 of Picard has just now came out. Not even 4 or 5 episodes in, and we're already getting season 2 sometime this time next year. So that's gonna be dope. I'm not gonna watch Picard until the whole season is done, and I'm gonna binge it with that free week trial
Hell
on CW
yeah.
All Access, and I can't wait for that.
Oh, and that'll also mean by then probably Discovery be all of season 2 be done, so I can binge both those 2 bitches too.
It's like they think we don't know how to use coupons.
And
you know?
also, only reason
2
why
apples,
I'm even
1 pie.
more
2
hype
apples,
is
1
because spoiler alert, Discovery. Oh, black chick is Spock's sister.
Spoiler alert!
Nigga, I said spoiler alert. And if you ain't seen season 1, then that's your fault.
You ain't even seen season 1, nigga. You
Shit,
just
nigga, I've
around
been
telling
told.
all the stories.
Shit, nigga,
Guess
I was-
what? Guess what? Rosebud was the name of the sled, motherfuckers.
I mean, I think it could be,
Yeah, that's some Citizen Kane for that ass.
placeholder for, the childhood innocence that he had lost.
And speaking of things I couldn't wait for, Bad Boys 3 finally came out. I saw that over the weekend. Did you happen to see Bad
I
Boys 3?
did not.
You
Don't
should
feel
definitely
bad, I
see it,
haven't
girl.
checked.
Are you a
Is it
fan
good?
of the Bad Boys?
I love it, yeah.
Oh, it's
I
good.
love Martin Lawrence and Will.
See, unlike some people, I won't spoil this for those listeners out there because there's a couple of
That first season been out for a whole year.
twists in this Bad Boys that I didn't see coming, which
Is
just
a
took it to
spoiler if the season 1 been out for a whole year?
if it took it to another level. But if you really want me to answer that question, of course it is. It's always a spoiler if the person does not know. That's truest facts.
Somebody can spoil fucking Lost Boys to me right now.
Okay.
And I get 3-0 shits.
But still, it is a spoiler. We're not talking
Why
about
is
how
it-
you feel about it. We're talking about the act of spoiling. So, you don't get mad at me for you being cottage cheese.
my bad
You wanted
that
to milk the spoil, baby.
My bad that you wanted to know what all was the special tweets about Discovery.
I didn't want to know about the special twist, but now I know. So that doesn't even make sense. But Bad Boys 3 came out. That did make sense. And guess what made sense about that too? The fucking soundtrack. Because it was baller. Black
it's
Eyed
better
Peas.
than-
No, I did not say that. The Black Eyed Peas got a song on there. Then they got a
knew you were
remix with the
gonna
boy Jaden the Messiah Smith.
Oh, Messiah's on there?
He got his own
it's
track
already
and
lit.
on the remix.
Is he going by the Messiah?
No, that's what we
call
name
him.
him.
We call him the Messiah.
Jaden Smith the Messiah, or Jasiah, the showing it all up. He is the future, the past, and the present. Because when Jesus coming back, he's gonna come back black. So that's all I'm saying.
You don't think he's gonna try like
Oh, no, he's not.
Native
Oh,
American?
no,
Messiah?
no,
He coming,
no.
he coming in like Mr. Manhattan, baby.
Dr. Manhattan.
Man,
He-
Dr.
He did
Mister.
not take
Hey.
all that time to become a licensed doctor.
For real.
you to call him Mr. Manhattan.
You can still call him Mister.
Oh, don't misdiagnose him. See what I did there? Ah, hey. And another thing is,
Weird.
Yo, Bad Boys 3. Yo, definitely check it out if you haven't checked it out. You're gonna love it if you fan Martin Will. Then they bring in a new younger cast, which sets up for another installment if they want to, all of the Fast and Furious. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Shout out to the girl Vanessa Hudgens.
Love her.
She in it. They make a High School Musical reference, and then
Spoiler alert.
the boy Asian Reggie from Riverdale.
Hella
He's in it.
spoiler
It's not a
alert.
spoiler alert if he's in the trailer. You goof.
I don't be. You know, I only got one good eye.
I'm not going to talk about your ability to see because I still want you to get your disability. But the fact that you can see ghosts and apparitions and
I
into
could
the
see
sixth
ghosts and
dimension.
aberrations in the sixth dimension before I went blind, baby.
Okay, so that only hones it because all your power going to one eye. So that's why you only see one side of things in more ways than one. Thank you very much. Wow. Guess what's being canceled?
Don't you dare say it.
Howard the Duck and the Dazzler and Tiger series that was
How
coming
the
on
fuck
Hulu.
they get canceled before they even drop?
That's why, because once Marvel and Feige got a hold of everything, it was like, fuck everything that's not coming through the Disney Plus app or Marvel
Y'all
Studios.
canceled the cussing duck. I
Yes.
was waiting for the cussing
What if
duck.
they only canceled it to bring it to Disney Plus?
You
No,
can't
because
bring
it's
that
rated
cussing
R
ass
and it was
duck
going
to
to
Disney.
wrap into the offender, so that's definitely not going to happen.
you can't bring that.
But they might have other ideas for them to do something more family friendly.
Man, fuck
but for right
family-friendly
now,
Howard the Duck.
exactly. And I'm really hoping that they still release what they have on Hulu because they had to go into production. Shit had to be shot. Things had to be recorded. So hopefully they give us like,
And that be
this is
no
what we got. We're just not
disrespect
gonna
to
waste
Kevin
it.
Smith and fucking
Yes.
Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea Handler. And that's kind of bummer because I was looking forward to that
see how
Dazzler
her
and
writing
Tiger
is.
the most because Dazzler is one of my top 10 favorite X-Men
I'm not gonna lie, she
characters
is
of
one
all
of my
time.
favorite too.
I think you are lying.
No,
No, you
every
are.
episode they have the girls' adventures. She's in them and she be stunting.
Do you think I'm talking about Jubilee?
No, baby.
What episode was Dazzler on? You think about Boom Boom with exploding time bomb?
Ah,
Yeah, you talking about Boom
is.
Boom, aka Meltdown, aka
But
Boomer.
she was in. No, she was in an episode of regular X-Men when her and Jubilee were out there.
That was Matma.
Not regular animated. Animated when they were at this. Yeah, nigga.
No, she was on that one episode when Scott was beefing with Jean because Jean got possessed by the Dark Phoenix and he went to that strip
But she was
club.
on another episode too.
Yeah, she was
With
on that one.
I swear she was on
Nah.
another one outside the strip club.
Outside of that, she was on the episode prior to the X-Men was supposed to be a low-key pilot for a new X-Men cartoon in the late 80s, which is the X-Men arcade game based on those character modes and design. That's where we got Australian Wolverine. Yep.
All right, you are the more knowledgeable one on the X-Men. So.
I'm glad we could agree on something. So you know it wouldn't be an episode of What's Poppin' if we did not talk about music. And guess what, guys? If you have Spotify, well, and even if you don't, there's gonna be a link on the description to this episode and every episode from here on out. Because I decided, like, since we talk about music, I might as well put all the songs that we discuss onto a playlist. So if you guys want to check them out, you can. So it's gonna be YWDCA1 on Spotify. And yeah, and this month is January, so every month is gonna be a different playlist. And speaking of music, I'm just gonna start off with a couple of songs that I've listened to over the week. The Jonas Brothers dropped a new single, "What a Man Gotta Do." It's okay. What a man gotta do is treat his woman or his man or his partner or whatever with respect, dignity, loyalty.
They performed it at the Grammys.
Oh, did you? I didn't watch the
Yeah.
Grammys, so I'm assuming you did.
I did.
Did
Sunday
you-
night.
Did you like the performance?
They also
And
did-
apparently, yes, Nick had some spinach on his teeth that everybody was talking about.
Well, I ain't watched the Grammys.
I ain't watched it. Wait, no, Nick
Nick
Jones.
Nick Jones.
Yes.
And,
Kevin.
Kevin.
Yo, Nick, my nigga. That's my favorite
Nick is-
Jonas brother. Yo, who's your favorite Jonas?
I like Nick.
Nick, for real. I need somebody to love me.
I love chains.
It was Kevin
Who
until
I
Camp Rock
am.
2 came out, and then it became Nick.
Nick got the most soul out of him.
Kevin got the best.
So you're a Kevin
I'm a Kevin fan because of
because of
his-
Camp Rock.
Nah,
Cause he didn't do
because of-
shit in Camp Rock.
He didn't do shit in Camp Rock, but I can say outside of Camp Rock and outside of everything, entertainment wise, him and his wife show was the shit on E.
I watched that.
I used to watch the fuck out that. That was my guilty pleasure before and after the loss of Jersey Shore.
Ew.
Yo, you still know enough info because you fucked around with me while I was watching the bullshit of it.
That doesn't mean diddly
Oh yeah,
squat.
you could fake a Jersey, you could fake a Shorzer into thinking you a Shorzer.
No, just
Yeah,
like
you can.
Havoc absorbs ambient cosmic energy. He chooses not to. His body just absorbs things. Then he spews it out his body. Same way I absorb ridiculous knowledge about Jersey Shore that I could spew out of my goddamn body.
Jersey Turnpike down the street.
Anywho, Meghan Trainor, or as I like to call her, white girl Beyonce, dropped a new single called Blink. And as soon as she starts that shit off, she's like, I'll make it come quick. I was like, girl, bet. So that sounds like a challenge. Adele is Adele.
Oh, so
she's big Christina Aguilera. Like, she's not.
Oh, I thought she.
No.
White girl Aretha Franklin.
No, she don't get all that. No.
She the best white woman out here in performance wise.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Say what?
Be more specific. You mean vocally?
Oh, vocally and performance.
No.
Yes.
She can't outdance Gaga.
Man, fuck a Gaga.
All right, then keep your mouth quiet because we're talking about performance. Because you can't perform if you stand behind a microphone.
Gaga don't always dance neither.
Yes, she do. She dances.
She got a meathead on.
She dances.
Fuck out of here. Adele
she flies through the sky like SpongeBob. She does not.
If Adele wanted to, she
knows.
And she has.
No. She does not dance.
Yes, she has.
She does not dance.
Yes, she has.
Have you seen
every one of her performances? No.
She does not dance.
Fat boy.
Because what you're trying to do
is
make her irrelevant when it's really not.
She danced.
Because you're going to sit here with your mouth.
MTV Awards.
See, that's why nobody takes your opinion seriously.
Because you don't always watch everything.
I don't need to watch anything when I watch more than you do. Because let's be for real. Because Adele has never won Best Performance.
Just because you don't never win it don't mean you ain't a performer.
Not when it
has Kanye won Best Performer?
Yes, yes.
Fuck out of here, cuz.
The Glow in the Dark tour. Don't let me get started on the floating stage. But like I said, if we're talking about vocalists, she's the best vocalist out there. Then you have Gaga, and then you have somebody like, I wouldn't put Beyonce in the top 5 vocally speaking. But then you have other people like Alicia Keys. She's still out here doing her thing. Solange is a better vocalist than. But then you have, I ain't gonna get a Scissor. Janae Ayyuk. I can't pronounce Ieko. Whatever that Asian name is.
You can't pronounce your Asian names right.
But she ain't even Asian though. We just wasted all these people's time by that ridiculous nonsense as you said. So I can't wait for the 3 people that listen to actually pull up all these facts of Adele not dancing one step. She don't even 2-step.
Sheila and Amber, please prove me wrong.
They're gonna prove you wronger than you ever been proved wrong before in your life. But also, Doja Cat dropped a single called "Boss Bitch" off of the new Birds of Prey Harley Quinn movie soundtrack. Janae Aiko dropped a song called "Pussy Fairy," which is a banger. And a pussy fairy is the opposite of a pussy troll. Because pussy trolls don't allow you inside or they'll bite your dick off. Because Elias taught me that from Clerks 2. Because his girlfriend's pussy troll was named Pillow Pants. Future dropped this new single with Lil Baby and Marlo called First and Third. That's just some trap shit. Some good shit. Pop Smoke got a track called Christopher Walken that goes in. Inhaler, like this emo alt band, has a song called We Have to Move On. And if you got a woman, you sometimes gotta move on for her. Sometimes you gotta do that. Dreamville dropped 2 new singles, Still Up and Boss It. Green Day came back with a new song called Oh Hey.
Green Day back?
Oh yeah, and that's the name of the song. Mandy Moore has a new song called Save a Little for Yourself, which sounds very early. We listened to it earlier. It sounds very Taylor Swift-ish, like second album, T-Swizzle. Hayley Williams, the lead singer of Paramore, dropped a new single called Simmer. Yes. It's not what I expected from her, but I still fuck with it. And Cruella dropped a new EDM track called Green Light. That shit smooth. Nice, BTS got a track called Black Swan. And I swore Travis Scott was on it because they got this track. They got the whole Travis Scott bag. Like I was waiting for the straight ups and his licks, but it wasn't there. So I was like, all right, now I know that Travis Scott has not produced on this song. And then one of the homies I work with, shout out to Chris, he got a little single on Spotify. You'll hear it on the playlist, so definitely check it out and support everybody. And I'm always trying to support my local artists. And one little quick tidbit before we get into the bulk of the show. J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot Production Company is officially handling all things Justice League Dark for Warner Brothers and DC. They're going to start by working on and developing scripts for Constantine, Zatanna, Swamp Thing, things of that nature. And so they could oversee all of that and kind of do their own things separate from all the mishaps that's going on with the rest of the DCEU.
By Bad Robot, and Bad Robot has not dropped one bad hit. Like it or say it, the Cloverfield franchise hit. Fucking Overlord
depends
hit.
on what you classify as a hit.
Shit. Make money.
I mean, Krillin is the strongest human,
that is true.
but he's not the strongest person on Earth.
That is true.
Then we want to talk about Goten and Trunks. They're Earthlings too.
No, they're halflings.
But they're from Earth.
Halflings.
But they're from Earth. Just
They're
like
not
Krillin's from
full-blooded.
Earth. See, like what I
Krillin's
just did?
full-blooded, baby.
Like
Yeah,
I just
I'ma
did.
go with that
There's
racism.
different things, like different
I
types of
hear
hit. He's not even strong in hit.
Ooh.
Exactly. But yes, so that's going to wrap up Yo, What's Poppin'. So with that being said, it's time to get a little spooky and take a little trip to the place called Greendale. Not to be confused with the town in Colorado where the folks from Greendale Community College resides and community college. All human beings need a place to expand their knowledge. So we're going to geek out about the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Andy, what do you like about the show? What drew you into this series?
The fact that it's sort of a remake from the original.
Yes.
But the whole new cast really drew me in, especially Sabrina just being cast as she was. She just really drew me in. I just love her personality and just everything about her. And the fact that she kind of just sees that she has a dark side, but at the end of the day, she knows that she has to let that inner good side pop in and, you know, let it take over because it's a good nature to herself.
Word, exactly. And that's pretty much like the main reason I started to watch the series, because like most 90s kids, 80s babies, we all watched Melissa Joan Hart, Sabrina back in the day on ABC, you know, TGIF. So it's like, all right, they redoing Sabrina. Let me watch it to see the difference between that and this. And it was not so much as a straight up reboot like a lot of people thought, just in the general public, but it was actually an adaptation of the newer Sabrina comic books that focus more on the dark side and the satanic side of Riverdale, because Sabrina is an Archie character, and originally Sabrina was supposed to be a spin-off on the CW of the Riverdale TV series, but the people working on Sabrina was like, you know what, we're going to step away from this a little bit and go to Netflix so we don't have to rely so much on the Riverdale aspect of it. What about you, Ross?
I came across technically hearing about it from, you know, like them making announcements. Was a fan of the original Sabrina, like you, Kels. But when I seen it said Chilling, and then I did my deeper research and realized that Roberto, the lead man of Archie Comics, as well as the reason why he became lead is because of how he changed all of the Archie Comics into this modern day. I was like, you know what? Let me go do my research, find out about Sabrina. Found out about Sabrina, and I'm like, you know, I'm actually am kind of hyped because there is some differences from the comics books, but it intrigued me enough to want to see the TV show. And I'm going to like the differences, as well as I like how it's just been given to us.
And yeah, so the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. Ross, who's your favorite character?
I'm going to have to go with Harvey, but at this moment, it's kind of for selfish reasons. Only because I was an older male who still, you know, fucked around with Disney Channel way past his age. And there was this good old show called Allie and AJ. And he was one of the main characters. So, like, seeing that he got casted was, like, technically part of more reason why I came to watch The Chilling Adventures.
Oh, word. He was on Ellie and AJ show? See, I didn't watch Ellie and AJ. See, I thought you were talking about old buddy from, what's the one? The other show when he's like the rock star and shit?
That is Allie and AJ, my bro. He's AJ, the chick is Allie, and Allie's his manager /
Yo, I thought you was talking about Ellie and AJ, the sisters.
No.
They both them niggas names Ellie and AJ. So that is,
wrong.
but that is Ellie though, or is it AJ?
No, he's AJ.
Okay, so he did look mad familiar. He didn't have that fucking blonde hair.
Yeah, he didn't have it all
and he was
the way
in
down.
Teen Beach movie too, right?
Yeah, he was the lead dude in Teen Beach.
Trash. Well, the second one's better than the first one, but we're not about to get into that because we're talking about Sabrina right now. So how about you, Andy? Who's your favorite character?
You went all this time not realizing that was him?
There's a lot of people that looks like people that I don't realize.
shit.
I know your ass is not about to sit here and be like,
thought I told you.
You.
First off,
you didn't know the guy on a TV show that you didn't even watch. It's the guy in Sabrina who's mostly in caves and shit. So, Andy, who's your favorite character?
Yes, sir. So I definitely gotta say Kiernan is my favorite character. Not just being biased. She's just an overall badass. But as an actress, you know, she was in Mad Men.
Wait, which one is that?
Sabrina.
Oh, Sabrina.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I love her name. Kiernan.
Word. See, we black. We just call people by their character name and shit. So I was like, I wouldn't
Except
be
for the
saying.
ones I know.
Yes,
like Lily Reinhardt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Betty. Dark
There it
Betty.
is.
Exactly.
So I gotta say her, and plus she's a Scorpio, and she goes with all the spookiness that I love, as you know.
Yes, I do know, and what I like about Sabrina is like her presence and her values and her energy outweighs her, because physically she's a smaller, petite woman, but her presence is just so big, and she owns it. Being like the daughter of Satan, when she walks in the room, she knows her power and she knows what she's capable of. So she's never like timid. She's never very worried about anything. She's just there and like, hey, I'm Sabrina Spellman. This, that, and the third. Oh, you don't like that? Well, fuck it. Whatever.
Take it or leave it. Yeah.
Exactly. For me, my favorite character will be the boy Ambrose, because Ambrose went through so much shit. His dedication to his family and to the people that he loves is so dire that he will literally die from them, or just suffer being stuck into a house for 70 years or some shit. And he's their, I won't say local mage, but he's their local go-to. Like, he's the guy that figures out what spell you need, what roots. I'm gonna do the research. I'm gonna make sure everything stays together. He was like banned from the little coven, so he couldn't even teach or practice magic anymore. And all he wanted to do was love, and he was unable to do that until we get to the end of season 2, when there was an unlikely alliance between him and Prudence. And then in season 3, you come to find out they got a little thing going on. And Prudence used to be one of my least favorite characters, but not in like I didn't like her character. It's like she was bad, but she was bad in all the right ways. So she was like that character, like, oh, Sabrina's the good girl, here's the mean girl, here's Prudence. But Prudence had her own shit to go through with her dad not really giving a fuck about her because she wasn't as powerful as the son that she really wanted. And then she tried to play her off as the bastard, but then you find out like, no, you really is my daddy, and I really do got these magics.
Actually, another good thing too about Prudence and the sisters is the fact that they just was running the whole school with no care until.
Oh yeah. And you ain't seen season 3 yet, boy.
After just hearing, first off, the whole Prudence Ambrose story plot of season 2 was just like the underkey outshiner. And
they basically pulled a fucking Magneto from X-Men First Class, how he was going around looking for all the Nazis. They basically been traveling the world looking for the daddy, teaming up, killing, and loving each other. And I thought that was fantastic.
And what's great too is just like we didn't expect them to have a relationship, exactly. And then they just gave it to us in season 2, and they just like made it work even more. And it's like, oh, so they're together. Oh, why? Because they're free sexually spirits. And it's like, nah, now we're gonna make them together.
For real, because when you're in a sea of darkness, sometimes another dark soul could be the light that you need to get you through those days. And that's real spit. Hell yeah, black love all day, every day. Now also Sabrina has her crew. You know, she got Harvey, she got her homegirl Susie, or homeboy now Theo. I'm not quite sure what pronoun to use, because sometimes they call her Susie.
They still call him Susie.
Sometimes in season 3 they call her Susie. Then sometimes they call her Theo, and it's in that weird place. Like I don't know where she's at.
So because in the end of season 2, Susie decided to go by Theo.
Yeah, but some people are still referring to him as Susie.
So is it basically Theo's going through the whole people having to accept him for his name?
I don't think they accept him, but they just call him.
They just fuck up and accidentally call him Susie from time to time.
Exactly. And then you have Roz. And Roz has something called The Cunning. If you're familiar with Stephen King, he has some shit called The Shining. And Roz comes from a long line of black women who at some point in their lives, they go blind because the blindness gives them the ability to see the future. Just like in Vampire Diaries, all the black women or black people in that show for the most part were witches. So it's a common thread to see in these supernatural series. Like, if you're a black character, you're going to come from a long line of, guess what? Magical Negroes. And I can't be mad at a black person with power.
Fun fact, comic book version, Roz was dating Harvey before Sabrina started going to the school, and then Sabrina stole Harvey from Roz.
Well, they get into that in season 3 because it's definitely Harvey and Roz in season 3.
I will say the one thing that I do like is the fact that they made Roz black, gave her the cunning, and actually went to the whole relationship of her and Harvey and made that the build instead of establishing that they were already a couple.
Yes. How you feel about Sabrina supporting cast, her group of friends?
Myself.
Yes.
I love the Fright Club. I love how
they are the Fright Club. They do that shit at nightclub. That I don't like the.
Yes. I just love how she just brings people together and just really stands up for friendship and puts them above anything else, because she really just puts herself on the line and she fights, to the death for them. So that's another reason why I love Sabrina.
Loyalty. Kendrick Lamar.
That's one thing that I just realized off the top of my head. Of most of her best episodes, most of Melissa Joan Hart's best episodes were always her dealing with testing amongst her friendship and her loyalty. Like the episode when everybody forgot about her and Harvey was dating that other chick, and she had to make Harvey remember they were a relationship. I ain't gonna lie, that was one of my favorite episodes.
No, I can't watch that episode now as a grown as adult, because there's different ways. Like, yo, you gonna remind me? Oh man, and two more important characters to Sabrina's life would be Hilda and Zelda, her aunts. Zelda being the pompous, the big sister, the real regal one of the two, and you have Hilda being the more fun, more nurturing, more, I don't know, you could say
timid.
The more timid, yes. She was definitely the, what I want to say, man.
The more caring.
She's just
the more
heartwarming.
love,
The more
conditional,
warm, yes.
the more unconditional love, caring.
Exactly.
Open to caring, even.
Yeah, the more open one, the more, if you want to say human of the two, because Zelda's all about the Dark Lord, this. But Hilda's like, oh, I want to read romantic novels and read comic books and make cookies and cakes and pies.
Love that.
True.
And that's why Hilda was like my favorite of the two, and that's why I felt
She's very nurturing.
Yes.
Nurturing.
Very maternal,
Yes.
even though she wasn't getting a lot of play. And Zelda made it a point to kind of mention that, not as much as you can, but that was something that was brought up between them. But even though the bond between them two was super tight. They even slept in like the same bed and shit.
Yeah.
For sure.
As grown ass women. Like, if you want to, that's cool, that's fine. Like, nothing's wrong with that. But it's like, that show how tight their bond was, but at the same time, they were so distant at times just because their personalities were so different. And then we also have somebody that I feel like has really got the short end of the stick in this whole series. What would be the little homie Salem? Like, Salem, I could say easily was everybody's like favorite character in the original series, because he was the sarcastic cat. He walked around and said wild shit and made rude jokes and shit in boxes. And
No
things.
filter.
No filter. Yes, everybody loves the character that's saying what we are thinking.
He was like Proto Bender from Futurama.
Yes, he was the pre-bender.
He was living his best life, doing whatever he wanted and didn't care.
Salem, the pre-bender. When all the other nations.
And also too, wasn't Salem in the original series just a wizard that got in trouble and got sentenced into a cat?
I believe so. Yes, I believe that was his punishment, to being a cat.
Compared to this current version where Salem's technically a familiar.
Yes, and that's one thing too. I wish they would let him be more familiar with motherfuckers in the show.
They only gave him one familiar transformation.
Yeah, and that was in season 1, but they did a classic shit where they'll show it and then they'll cut. And I only think he familiarized in this motherfucking third season.
That,
yeah, like, but he was there.
Yeah. I will say, though, at least he's always there trying to warn some shit.
Yes, exactly. And they
so
went
he
from...
does act like a real familiar.
Exactly. And they went from him being able to just outright talk to everybody that was a witch to him basically having telepathy with all witches, because even Ambrose can talk to Salem.
But yet also
too
in Chilling Adventures, all witches and whatnot can speak to familiars, because season 2 Ambrose talked to the old dude's lizard.
Exactly. So that's cool too.
Just to pull back, one of my favorite outside of Zelda and Hilda was my favorite just because of Caroline Rowe was like my first real white woman crush.
Word. She did replace Rosie O'Donnell on the Rosie O'Donnell show, because they came in with the Sweet Caroline
Are you talking
intro.
about the original show?
Yes.
Yeah, the original show.
That's what he's talking about.
You're right.
My first original real crush was Tina from Power Rangers. So
Trini,
yeah.
I'm embarrassed about this. My first
No, you
white
ain't.
woman crush was
Gadget.
what is it? Kirstie Alley.
Oh, from Cheers.
But yeah, but
Oh,
for me it was It Takes Two.
It takes two to make a thing go
I don't know
right.
why the fucking
Or look who's talking to.
the Olsen twins were,
Oh, that one.
you know, It Takes Two, and I'm like, they're my age, and I'm like, oh yeah, but then I see Kirstie Alley, and I'm like, no, that's a woman.
Word.
I don't know what it was. That's
Confessions Part 1.
These are his confessions. I want to talk about Kristen Alley all day. All I want to be breastfed by the way. Man, I don't know who's talking to. And all right, so before we wrap this up, there's two more characters I want to discuss real quick. Besides the all dark father himself, Lucifer Morningstar, I want to speak about Blackwood and his conniving ass.
Oh, Blackwood.
He didn't care about fam, but he said he did. But he only cared about fam when that fam could have aided in his further increasing of power and dark magic, so he could become the new Lord of Hell, which was his main goal. Cause he killed his. All right, I'm not gonna say that because I don't remember he killed his wife, but he killed mad people that he supposedly loved and set up to go down the wrong path just for that power. How you feel about Blackwood?
Well, do you think Prudence could have been the Herald of Hell, as they called it?
Oh yeah, she was groomed for that shit her whole life. I think she definitely could have handled it.
And because of him, it specifically didn't happen. Because Sabrina got pulled into the mix.
Yes.
And, they had to do the whole, double aspect thing and had to kill one off.
Exactly, because Sabrina didn't. That's the thing too. Sabrina didn't even want it. She had to find out that Lucifer was her real daddy, which was like one of those things. It was like, oh shit, you was the baby with the goat legs. Like, oh, this shit is crazy.
And to find out that she killed her parents, or he killed his parents.
Exactly.
Her parents.
What about you, Ross? What you think about Blackwood?
He ass trash. He
is. But wait till season 2. They pull a Quentin and Elliot with this nigga in season 2. You get a time skip and memory loss. In 3, yes.
We get Quentin Elliot, bruh.
You gonna love that.
For
shit.
all those people that here, y'all know what we mean by Quentin Elliot.
If you're not familiar with that, go back and listen to episode 3 when we talk about the magicians. Hey, we got episodes you could go back and listen to. Woo-hoo. Yeah. And last but not least, the first bad bitch in existence.
The first. My favorite.
The first. Word. The girl Lilith. Satan's, Lucifer's lady lover.
Ooh, she cold.
She is cold in all the right ways.
Cold as ice.
She made season 2. To me, she made season 2.
Yes.
And you know who she looked like, right? What's her name? Demora?
Yeah, Demora.
Demora, yeah.
Which characters?
Oh, this is for some adult shit.
No, what character in the show?
Lilith, who also inherited the body of the teacher. I can't think of her name off the top.
Starts with a W.
It's like Woodworm or some shit like that.
Wormwood.
No. Wormwood is Harry Potter.
Yes.
Yeah. Wormwood is also biblical.
Oh. See, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Why is
Knowledge.
this Wormwood?
Let me see real quick.
Is that like
I got it on IMDb.
Worm?
No, Wordwell. Wordwell,
yes.
Wordwell.
Mrs. Wordwell. When the show started, she was just like this meek, timid teacher.
That Sabrina loves and still loves, which low-key, I mean, like, she does seem like the type of teacher that everybody would like.
Like a counselor, yeah.
Yeah, she's not like, she's the teacher that inspires you in the shit that you like, so you're going to go to them to get more inspiration from.
And also, you could walk all over her because she ain't gonna really say shit.
That technically is kind of how the show started. Everybody went to her right after a movie night, which is kind of weird, but then again, it's a small town. Y'all all go see a horror movie and then run to your teacher and then ask about school, but yet friend-related shit with the teacher, like y'all wanted.
Exactly, kind of like how Katie did in Mean Girls when she ran into Tina Fey.
Yeah,
working at the mall.
Side note, Dare Me too.
Oh.
Dare Me, yeah, the cheer coach.
Oh, you jumping ahead, girl. That's another podcast. You watch Dare Me? Oh, we might have to have you back for that Dare Me. Yo,
are you a Dare Me? Oh, girl.
Yeah, you already know.
I texted him or messaged him. I was like, yeah.
Yes,
we still gotta watch this week.
2 episodes because we gonna. Shit, we don't have
we didn't watch last week.
No, we didn't watch
last
week.
Ooh.
But back to Miss Wordwell. She was the way she was until Lilith took over her body and immediately The switch
became
changed.
the baddest bitch on
Wicked Witch of the
Wizard.
East up in this thing.
I also want to throw on there just real quick. There's a quote from Michelle Gomez, who plays Mrs. Wardwell, and
Oh, she a Gomez?
Oh, yeah.
She a Latina?
and it says,
I get it
it's
now.
one of my favorite fucking quote of hers.
Let's hear it.
I was blessed with this face. I was blessed with this face. I was born to play witches and bitches until the day I die with this kind of structure.
Witches and bitches.
And she ain't
A
lying.
goddamn queen.
She's a
Love
bruja.
If she would have been in Witches of East,
Yes.
and we probably would have got another season.
In Doctor Who, she became the female version of the Master. When they switched genders, when he regenerated, it was her, and she owned the whole show for 2 seasons.
Word. And thing too, when she became
yeah,
Lilith,
another
you could
reason
see
to
the
like the Doctor Who.
you could see that automatic change in the swag, the way she dressed, everything, because she needed to be in the background manipulating things so she could be the true heiress of hell, and she becomes the queen of hell. But
Season
then something
2.
happens better in season 3, so I'm not gonna go into all that for those that did not check it out. But guess what? You should definitely check it out. And if you also want to check out some other things, if you're a fan of Sabrina, you should check out. So,
Check
Ross,
this out.
what would you like to recommend to people to check out?
I would like to recommend this show that is currently on Hulu. Don't know if we're getting a season 3, but just to let you know, there is 2 good seasons on there. It's called Light as a Feather. Basically about a girl. Based on the game Light as a Feather. And it's from Awesomeness TV. Nice, good production company.
What else has Awesomeness TV done?
Awesomeness TV has done another show on Hulu called Freakish.
Oh yeah, I still need to fuck with that.
Awesomeness TV has also done most of the current generations of skit shits for kids, our young teens, and right now, so like any of y'all people that fuck with the YouTube, like Lily Singh and all the current 20 to 24-year-old actors and actresses, they have at least something through Awesomeness TV. Like, there's a girl group. They got this girl skit
Blackpink?
show.
Oh, you're talking about this? All right, never mind.
Yeah, it's a bunch of young female actresses. If I
So it's like
remember
a
my
sketch
head.
show?
Black girl sketch comedy, but not as funny and not as strict. Like I've only saw like maybe 3 episodes, and 1 episode was basically about all these girls going to God damn it, what is that musical convention during the summer?
Little Fair?
Coachella. And shit was getting they didn't make it to Coachella.
Word. All right, cool. And real quick, what was Light as a Feather about?
Light as a Feather is
A quick
basically about a group of girls that end up meeting a new chick. She plays Light as a Feather with them, predicts how they gonna die. It happens to be how it really happens, and
It's
they
real
trying
magic.
to,
It's not practical magic.
and they're trying to figure out why and how to stop it.
So low key, it's what Pretty Little Liars wish it was.
It's Pretty Little Liars 10 times better with the magic.
Word. All right, Andy. What about you?
All right, I'm gonna go off topic here and go with a sci-fi. Hit you guys with a sci-fi show
Ooh.
called Altered Carbon.
Ooh.
Yes, I love that show. So it's basically set in the year 2384. It's about, sci-fi world where like bodies are interchangeable, called re-sleeving. Yet you can transfer your consciousness to a different body. And it's basically set in Bay City. Reminds me a little bit of San Francisco. And basically only the wealthy have the ability to do this through clones because they're just so fucking wealthy. However, it follows the story of Mr. Takashi Kovacs, who's a political operative with mercenary skills and who's
They got guns.
badass. Love him. And it basically follows his story. But now the new season is about to premiere next month, and it's gonna be taken over by Anthony Mackie, who plays Falcon.
Or Captain America. Put some
Cap-
respect on that.
Okay. You know what? I texted you about that, didn't I? I did. I texted
likely.
you about that. I'm like, I did. I know I did.
I'm not saying you did. I'm just saying I don't remember.
Well, I did.
Right.
Anyway,
I believe
it
you.
premieres February 27th. Check it
Ooh,
out.
Ooh,
Shit.
shit.
That's next month, baby.
That's next
That's a
month.
week after my
Black
birthday.
History.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Love it.
Whoa,
What
whoa,
time's
whoa,
up?
whoa,
What
whoa,
time's
whoa,
up?
whoa!
don't
You
know
really
why.
gonna monkey noise? After
I know.
say
I
Black
heard it.
History?
I heard it. I'm gonna have.
But we all evolved from 8, so I'm not mad
the
at that
end,
shit. We the closest
I meant
one
to
to the
say
stem.
ooh, 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 but I didn't. But that ooh came out.
Ooh, ooh, tang, tang,
Walla,
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 bing,
bing,
bang.
bang. Ooh,
Ting, ting, walla, walla, bing, bang.
You got it. All right. Thank you for that recommendation,
Of course.
and that's also one of my favorite original Netflix series.
Yes.
And
Great
speaking
series.
of one Netflix series, my recommendation is a little show called Lock and Key. It's in the same realms as the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina when it comes to all things spooky and dark.
Yeah.
But it's also based on a comic book series as well by the same name. We just read it in January's book club. The boy Daniel, that's one of his favorite books. He's been
God,
telling
it's
me to
so
read it
good.
for so long. I just finished volume 3 today. I'm about to start working on volume 4 tomorrow.
And I'm
Since
about to
I
start
have
working
Tuesday
on
off.
volume 1 tomorrow.
Yes,
tonight.
and it's basically about a family that had to move because their dad was murdered, so they go back to his hometown. He kind of was privileged because he has his own like family island, and then you turn and found out there's a bunch of keys lying around, and keys don't just open doors; they could literally open the mind.
Ooh. Oh.
So I'm gonna leave you with that little tidbit.
Oh, I gotta get to that
There's
comic
one
book
character
now.
on there that's straight Loki inspired. I hope he's very Loki-ish in the series. If not, it's gonna be a little downer, but I'm not gonna fret too much about it. And that also comes out next month, February 7th or 12th, I want to say, one of those days. So it's coming real soon. So make sure you guys check that out.
Check it out.
And yeah, guys, that's pretty much is going to be about it. Like always, Andy, thank you for being a part of the podcast. Thank you for being a good
inviting
friend.
me.
Oh, you're very
Oh,
welcome.
Yes.
Thank you for being somebody I
else.
always could geek out about things with and having shared interests.
Absolutely.
Well, and you guys definitely should check out her Instagram. She does amazing body, face paintings.
Body and paint, body and face makeup,
We gotta talk.
especially
about
for
that,
Halloween. Yes.
Yeah, she did a mad, ill, no pun intended, Venom type shit with the tongue and shit. She does other awesome shit. Her style is very unique and it's
Thank you.
very swaggalicious. So,
Swag-
word.
Thank
Always gotta big up the homies.
Yup.
Anything you want to say, Ross?
All I can say is peace, love, and just after events of what happened this weekend, if you ever mad at somebody, life's too short, anything's unexpected, and at least show somebody that you care about them. R.I.P. Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and the 7 others that passed away and on the helicopter trip. But that's all I have to say for the night.
Yes, so I'm pretty sure like what Ross just said, most of you that listening already know about the tragedy that happened to Kobe and his daughter and the rest of the people on the helicopter. Like, life is very precious. Life is so fragile. Life is short. You never know when your last day is gonna be your last day, so we should always try to make our days our best days. And that's one of the reasons why I always try to surround my people, my loved ones, my friends, my family, and the people that I care about. And that's why I'm always trying to be the best of me I could be. That's why I'm always trying to have a good time and have a positive energy, because the last thing I want to do is to be known for, or the last time you was with me was like, ugh, like, no, like, you never know, we might not see anybody, so at least let that memory of you be something that they always could cherish, always in their hearts, minds, souls, and stories they tell about you forever. And yeah, like, just, yo, it's crazy because that shit came out of nowhere, and you'd be surprised how somebody that you don't even know can affect your life so much. Because I have a homie and my sister that's their favorite basketball players. That's the reason why they are ballers themselves. And like, it really hurt them. Like, they was crying and stuff. Like, yo, I could relate. When Stan Lee died, I cried. When Michael Jackson died, I cried. I never met them men before in my life. But you don't have to meet somebody from them people to impact you in a positive way. So just try to be a positive impact in somebody else's life. And just remember, guys, always follow us on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook. Listen on Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Tell your friends, tell your families. Like I said, we got a Spotify playlist, so you can listen to all the music that we recommend. And yeah, that's going to bring it to the end of the show. And like always, this has been Yo, Where the Captions At? I'm yours truly, Kels for Show. And remember, be one or be nothing.
And I'm yours, Roscoe, and this probably be out by then. So if anything, look out for me on all my social network places. I'll be doing 13 Days of Roscoe in celebration for my birthday. So be on the lookout.
And yeah, guys, remember, love yourselves and love life. Take care.
Peace.